everything girly. So I'm going to be asking a few questions. Do you sometimes feel like you're not enough? Do you sometimes feel like you need more to be yourself? You need more to prove to the world who you are, what you're capable of, and all that. You need more to prove to the world that you're better than what they think you are. If you're that person, welcome to today's episode on Everything Girly, where we're going to be talking about loving you for you. So many times we try to fit in, we try to be what the other person wants us to be, look the way this person wants us to look a certain way that we think is acceptable by others, forgetting ourselves, forgetting that we have our own personal identity. We've gotten so stuck, get seeking validation from people, from people in general, people that practically don't know you. They only see what you put out there, and you seek so much validation from them because you feel like if they tell you're good, then you're good. If they tell you you're bad, you're bad. And every comment they make affects your personal life. And I think that now is the time to actually take a step back and look at yourself and ask yourself, who am I? Who am I? Why am I here? What am I doing? What's my style? I've been having a conversation lately with some of my friends. Like, I'm actually trying to figure out myself, figure out my style, what I like to wear, how I like to look. And I think that because I've taken time out to actually ask myself that question, I'm beginning to figure out what I actually want, how I want to dress, how I want to look, my kind of makeup, my kind of outfit, and all of that. There was a time in my life where I was really skinny, very, very skinny, and I had flat stomach and all of that. And I actually love, wearing stuff that would reveal my shape and all of that. And it made me feel good. And all of a sudden, I started adding weight, and I didn't want to take pictures. I didn't like the fact that I was adding weight, and I was going to the gym, spending a lot of money, and I wasn't getting the kind of result that I wanted. And it made me feel some type of way because I lost my self-esteem, I lost my self-confidence. And I had people all over the place saying, oh, you're not fat, or you're not fat. To them it's fun, but they don't know how much I'm struggling deep inside. And all the confidence I had growing up as a child practically died down because I started wanting or seeking validation from people. If people tell me I look good, then I look good. I forgot all those times where I would just dress up and feel good about myself regardless of what anybody says about how I look. Do you get? And I feel like a lot of us are actually going through that, where we want to fit in with our friends, buy the latest bag, the latest shoe, the latest hair, and all of that. But the truth is, can you afford it? Can you afford to sustain that kind of lifestyle? If you can, fine, go ahead. Whatever makes you happy. If you can't, you should not kill yourself because you want to fit in. Why do you want to fit in? Why can't you just stand out and be different? There is something about you that you think is not great that so many people out there are looking at and wishing they had. So I've looked at myself so many times, and I've seen all my flaws, and I know all my flaws, and I've accepted that these are the things that make me me. Do you get? And you also have to be able to do that. See those things, see yourself for who you are, accept them. If there are things that you have to change and work on, do them, work on yourself. If there are things that you feel like, okay, this is it, this is me, I'm not going to change myself for anybody, fine. Really, because the more you keep seeking validation from people, the more unhappy you get. Because what happens when they say something bad about you? You're going to be unhappy for the rest of your life. You also do not have to start faking things, faking your life because you feel like, oh, if I look this way, or I feel this way, or I dress this way, or I talk this way, then people accept me. If you cannot speak good English, it's okay. If you can learn it. If you cannot learn, stick to something and learn it, and just be good at what you do. English or no English, not be our papa language. Once you can't accept yourself for who you are, it's harder to accept others, because then you're now trying to make them a certain way shape them, and when they're not the kind of person you want them to be, you're having issues. Do you get, oh, this is not my kind of guy, or this is not my kind of girl, and all of that. But truth is, I think all of this boils down to who you are. Do you wake up every morning, look at yourself in the mirror, and you're like, oh my god, look at my face, or look at my eyes, or look at my hair? Or do you wake up in the morning, look at yourself in the mirror, and like, damn girl, you're beautiful? Let's normalize telling yourself positive things. Normalize saying everything. Say everything to yourself. I don't think there's anything anybody wants to tell me right now. There's anything anybody wants to say about me right now that I do not already know. There are times when I'm working, I'm editing, or I'm talking, having a conversation with people, and in my mind I'm like, but babe, that's smart, sha. I used to be a crybaby at some point in my life. Like when you tell me one thing, I'm crying and all that. But after a while, I had to tell myself, this is who I am. I cannot change me. When I was younger, they used to call me Ojiyobo. And then I would start pushing my eyes inside, like, go in, go in. I don't want you, I don't want you. Like, after a while, I realized that these people were envious of my eyes because my eyes are sexy. I have sexy, bulgy eyes. I mean, so, and it took me a while to accept that this is why these people say these things to me. And sometimes people say things to make you feel bad out of their own insecurities. We are all unique in our own way. There's a reason why we look the way we look. Whether you're tall, or you're short, or you're fat, or you're thin, or slim, you have big boobs, flat ass, whatever it is, or you're light skinned or dark skinned. So during my modeling years, I had a lot of issues because they just tell me, oh, I wasn't tall enough, I wasn't skinny enough. I'm not skinny enough. I felt bad, and the worst of them all was that I was so black. So the light skinned girls were getting the big jobs, and we were getting jobs of like 5k, 10k. It didn't make me feel good. I'm like, and most of my friends that were actually dark skinned started bleaching because they wanted to. I mean, who doesn't want money? Right now, I think about it and I look back and I'm like, thank God, because I mean, what? Look at me. It was not beautiful about this melanin goddess. I mean, the whole point is that you know who you are, you've accepted who you are, and you do not mind being the person that you are. That's it. If you don't love you, how do you want to love someone else? How do you want to accept someone else? You have to love yourself. Love everything that makes you you. And you see how amazing it's going to be blending in with people, having conversations with people, hanging out with people, because then you do not need their validation to make you feel important, to make you feel valued, to make you understand and know your self-worth. Take this with you this week. Live your life for you. You and you. Because it costs so much to be someone else. It costs so much, trust me. I know it costs so much to be someone else, and you don't want to be someone else. You don't want to be lost in the shadow of someone else. You want people to see you for who you are. So you have to love yourself, embrace it, appreciate it. That's it today. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't, like if you like it, and drop a comment, to share a comment on what you think about today's episode. I'll be glad to read through them and work on things I need to work on. And I'll see you guys next week, my brand new episode of Everything Girly. Bye, lovelies. Mwah.